Transformative education is about possibility, creating the possibility that everyone has the opportunity to learn, grow, develop, and contribute. Through the lens of educational inequity, many face limited opportunities, considerable barriers, and diminished life chances. For education to be truly transformative for the student and for our world, we need a model of education that allows us to invite the whole student into the learning environment and to welcome all students to learn, grow, and develop. So what do we mean when we say whole student? Whenever you walked into a classroom as a student, what parts of you felt invited to come through the door and fully contribute? Which parts of you were expected to check at the door or not express in the classroom? What questions were you afraid to ask? A general challenge we have in modern society is how fragmented our inner lives can be. We learn that parts of us aren't okay or not capable and do not belong. We learn that to expose these parts is to risk vulnerability, emotional discomfort, disconnection, and even exclusion. The best learning is collaborative and open. It focuses on our inquiries and our own motivations for learning. To facilitate this, we need to learn how to create a learning environment that feels psychologically safe and that models and supports open inquiry. So then what do we mean by an everyone culture or creating an everyone culture? I'm borrowing this phrase from the book An Everyone Culture, Becoming a Deliberately Developmental Organization by Harvard developmental psychologist Robert Keegan. He and his co-author Lisa Leahy ask us to imagine so valuing the importance of developing people's capabilities that you design a culture that itself immersively sweeps every member of the organization into an ongoing developmental journey in the course of working every day. Now imagine that for a moment. What would a school, a classroom, or any other learning environment look like, feel like, be like if it were fundamentally about supporting the human and personal development of each and every person? Imagine the possibility for every single individual, not just for the ones who get it, are perceived as smart, or even those most engaged. How might we collectively cultivate and build such an environment and experience for all the learners? Taken together with a seriousness for growth mindset, an everyone culture means we create opportunities and the full possibility for all learners to engage with their capacity to learn, grow, and develop. No exceptions. From this perspective, everyone is a secret genius in hiding. I can't tell you where you will start with your learning and growth, how fast you will go, or where you will end up. But I can guarantee that as a human being with a body, a brain, and a nervous system, you will learn, you will grow, and you will develop. Such an outlook can permeate every aspect of teaching and learning. Taking this as the fundamental starting point, we can imagine a new paradigm of learning in which we create that supports and nurtures the learning, growth, and development for all. If we look at teaching and learning through this lens, there is no possibility of failure or not being smart or good enough. By doing so, we are also creating a culture that sends a powerful signal to students from backgrounds who are faced with overcoming negative messages about their capability and worth. The signaling refutes the inhibiting narrative that people are smart, average, or dumb, and that education sorts them accordingly. Moreover, it refutes the stereotypes built into those narratives about who gets the opportunities to be educated and why. But what gets in the way? Well, number one, being human is hard, and we don't get a user's manual for being a human being. 2, we must navigate individual challenges like stress, adversity, trauma, instability, and disconnection. 3, we must navigate collective challenges like social divides, the ecological crisis, rapid change, growing uncertainty, and low levels of trust, especially with institutions. We need to respond to inequity, violence, and intergenerational trauma. That's number 4. How do we overcome such monumental challenges? Can a classroom or other learning environments really move the needle on any of this? I say yes. Yes, you can in your spheres of influence. And it starts with you. As the poet Oliver Goldsmith said, you can preach a better sermon with your life than with your lips. The best thing you can do for children, loved ones, friends, coworkers, students is start with yourself. You will find this sort of inside-out approach also built into the modules of this course. The focus will be more on applying these ideas and practices to you and your own development. With this inside-out approach in mind, we start with self-discovery and discovering the human story as it relates to learning and growing. By connecting with our innate capacity to wake up, be still, be present, see more clearly, open up, be vulnerable, connect, be interdependent, flow, and make intentional and heartful choices, we shift from avoidant, disconnecting, unconscious, conditioned, and socialized ways of being, seeing, and knowing to conscious, responsive, compassionate, and empowered ones. empowerment really does mean finding the power within.